Okay.
But he traveled all. He probably was here.
Yeah.
Carrying one of those.
That's so neat.
Yeah.
I'm Jim Briggs.
Chipper Thompson.
Chipper Thompson.
Nice to
You're
know you,
from
Jim.
where?
What's that?
Where are you from?
Taos, New Mexico. About a mile and a half over there.
Kevin
Outstanding.
Walmsley.
Nice to know you,
meet
Kevin.
you.
Yeah. Well, I saw your hat, and I was like, "Oh, I gotta go hang." Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I kind of like the French, like the Malay brothers in 1739, came out to Santa Fe and kind of blazed the Santa Fe Trail. Really.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I love events like this because you know each person kind of has their own niche of history that they've learned up on. You know.
Yeah.
And so we all. That's just wonderful. I think it's neat.
Yeah.
Well, and like I said, I was just looking for an excuse, and I got educated.
Yeah.
You know, because I thought, well, I know there were men out here in colonial coats and tricorn hats, but
Yeah.
I don't know anything about them or what they were doing or who they were with.
Yeah.
And lo and behold,
Yeah.
an
Absolutely.
Irishman.
So, talk about your firearm.
Oh,
Did you mind?
not at all.
You mind?
Here, tell me if I get too close. I'll cock
Can't
it.
spark here
Okay, I won't.
because I have too much wood shavings.
Okay, so it's a pretty interesting. You can even see that sear there moving.
Oh,
Hello.
yes.
But
You know,
yes,
I mean,
this is a
early 1800s woodwork.
yeah. This is an early
Age of
1800s
specialization, so high craftsmanship is
Spanish
Yeah.
Catalan style
Labor is cheap
escopeta.
then.
I read a lot of the
Catalan.
tools. I used to
That's
learn
which is
how to
this.
woodwork.
prison.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
I'm going to show
interesting.
you.
Please. Is that your
Yes.
basket?
Oh,
Yes,
I've
it
never
was
seen
a
that.
gift.
It's amazing.
And it's Pueblo.
Look at the
There it
colors.
is.
Red Willow. She did an amazing
That
job.
is now.
Well, the only book I know of dedicated
I think
wholly
it was
to
1880s.
Spanish colonial
So there's some
weapons
marks
in the New
here.
World,
Yeah.
So typically for
is,
the tools, the,
you know, several hundred
the
bucks on
manufacturer's stamp is the
Amazon.
easiest way
It's so hard to
figure out
find.
what's going on.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
You know,
Looks
so
like
I don't know as much as I
A
should.
factory stamping or factory
Anyway.
etching
Yeah.
in there.
I'd carry
Find
something
that.
like that. No worries.
And that'll
Absolutely.
open up
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
dating.
So I always thought that the Spanish weapons were
Clunky.
clunky and
Yeah.
and
A lot of them were.
Yeah.
A lot of them. Oh yeah.
but that's like
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Those
it's
are-
just such a different architecture compared to everybody else.
yes, everybody
Yeah.
else. Yes, yeah,
Well, yeah, and
absolutely.
even these two are good representatives of different styles. The two main styles in
Yeah.
Spain. The Catalan stock would have been around Ibar, where today they're still making the best shotguns in the world. And
I've shot
then
one of them, yeah.
Barcelona, Madrid actually is the style, but also Barcelona. The fall is actually right there
Uh-huh.
for the half cock,
Okay.
and then comes out there. So it's a little bit different. This sucker sparks like there's no tomorrow.
And
And
look at that.
Almost like a dog lock, isn't it?
yep.
Look at those grooves, just like you were asking about.
Yep.
Or no, the
No,
other one.
that
the other
one's-
one has
that
grooves.
one's grooved. This one is
I
not.
was looking at the difference.
So
And
when was this one made? With like who?
somewhere about 1800. And I got to look, but I can't remember the names. It's that one. So this one, the barrel mark, is Pedro Estava of Barcelona. The lock says Zanacot, and so I knew it was a Roman style lock, so I had an eye and did a search, Zanacati. Zanacati Armory is still in business today.
I mean,
They are just a gun shop, but in the 1830s they were making military weapons, and this is probably the patriarch of the family that made this.
Oh, is half stock? Or was this
Yeah,
originally
yeah.
half stock?
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, very common. And
Yeah.
like I said, the ramrods on both of these are whale baleen.
What?
Whale balloon.
Yeah,
What is whale balloon?
It's the stuff they
that's-
shift the whales.
yeah. They used it for
fill-
corset stays and
Okay.
all kinds of things.
Okay.
There,
Like
you
it was
know.
those filters
Yep.
in their mouth
Yep.
They
that
look
would
like
filter out
Yep.
krill.
Yeah.
And the patch
Yeah.
box there, is that the butt?
The
Yeah,
butt
and they
has
made
a
everything.
bayonet
They
in
made
it.
combs,
Oh yeah.
Aye.
petticoats,
And that's a,
you
that's a
know,
bayonet lug, or is it a plug bayonet?
I mean,
That's no.
anything that we
front
would be
sight
made of
is the
plastic,
bayonet
they
lug.
would make out of
Here, take it
aluminum.
out again.
I like it best.
You got to read Moby Dick. Come on.
Oh,
Have you tried to
that's
read Moby Dick?
bloody slick, isn't it?
I've read Moby Dick, I think 8 times.
You have
And
more
it looks like
patience
it's
than I
light
do.
as heck.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
yeah.
are.
Yep.
58 bore?
What do I have?
24?
You had
That
68
one is
caliber.
I got the bore on here, 68.
That's like 68?
I never did.
Yeah, it might just what Mike's do.
I
Yep.
think they went to town. They're hitting the museum.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I think they did a town run.
No problem.
Yeah.
I'll catch you.
Why didn't you talk about those this morning? They're like,
Stick around a while.
Yeah.
Well, I had them on my blanket yesterday. I'm trying to sell them. I got a wild hair up my butt, and then I wound up with 2 of them over a few years.
yeah.
That's why I want to be
Kind
rich,
of over it.
Yeah.
And so that's why I'm
This kind of
selling
shit
them.
comes along and be like, sure.
I was reading
And,
the
and
me, but whatever.
the name of these are,
Familiar.
what do they call them?
Well, they're hunting guns.
guns.
You know, they didn't really have a true name.
So this one's more of a civilian, even though with bayonet.
Oh yeah, they're both civilian.
Even with
Big
bayonet.
sticker,
With Brad.
you know, for hog
And it's
hunting.
like,
Yeah, good
Pet
point.
himself was
But
like
you know,
sculpting
both makers had
doorknobs
presence
and panels
here
and having
in
them cast.
you know old
For
New
his
Mexico.
house.
Yeah,
And he's
You
like,
know,
what am I doing?
there are people, there are examples of guns made by each of these makers that are here or are in museums now and were here.
Oh, that is so wild.
Yeah.
And the other one is, let's go over the other one. How
Yep.
come the ramrod's so bloody short?
Well, okay. You had to ask, didn't you?
I did.
Ready for this. You had to ask.
You were going half down the barrel with that one.
So this one is shorter because it goes all the way down into
Through
the stock.
Oh, wow.
the stock.
It curves.
So that's intentional.
Bailing.
Yep.
Ah!
Yeah, it actually goes all
like-
the way down.
It's like the fiberglass of
Yep.
the ancient. Look at that sight too. It's got a bayonet lug goes on that sight.
Oh,
That's a bayonet lug.
This one, no.
Yeah, okay,
No,
good.
no,
I
that's-
did good
that's
because
the
it's like
bayonet lug.
pretty.
No, this one, I mean, this is carved and engraved, and all these
Yes.
mean something. I've been able to identify some of them.
Okay. And the grooves on the frizz.
Yep, that was very typical for the Michelet locks.
you just thought it threw
Yep.
better sparks?
Yeah, well, they didn't have any real good flint in
Flint?
Spain. You know, you had the French amber and you had the English gray.
Yeah.
But down in Spain, they had shit. And so they made these locks extra strong, and this cut down the surface tension.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Made sense to me
Yep.
when
Yeah.
when that fella showed me.
The other
his,
thing
had that
is,
frizz on.
instead of leather, these are wood splints.
Oh, hey.
Okay.
They're soft wood splints, and I saw those on some originals, and I thought, where am I going to come up with something like that?
Yeah.
And then I remembered, you know, from high school printing class, we used these little spacers to lock up the lead type cases for letter presses.
Yeah.
And so I went out and I found some, and you know, went out on eBay, and you know, somebody had just a stack of them, and they work perfect. They're soft wood, they're spongy,
Yeah. Okay.
and so they hold those splints really well.
That does not even look like it's been fired.
Oh, it has.
does.
Right,
Just
so
not
we look at
long.
the
I've got
frizzes
some
like.
rust on here. I got to
Is that
clean
a
off.
gold frizzing liner? I mean, touch hole liner?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
It's
wait.
all gold.
that's gold, gold, gold,
This
gold.
is
Sorry, I
on.
didn't mean to
Yep.
jump in front of you. I'm
Gold.
getting excited, man.
This
Yep.
was a wealthier individual. This was
Yeah, probably. You know, this is something
non-shotgun.
that you know, here it would have been like Presidio owner.
Yeah.
Or a militia captain,
Governor,
or
yeah.
you know, something like that. You know, an officer could afford something like that.
Yeah. Santa Ana.
Let me get a shot at that gold liner. Yeah.
You're gonna get a shot of the rush too, huh? But
Well, I can edit
you
that out.
get that?
As long as you don't get a shot from that one.
Got it. Got it.
You know how many of these old original guns are found loaded?
Where the heck did you find
Oh
that?
yeah.
A lot of them.
That baling,
I said, as
that
long as
baling
it doesn't-
ramrod
This
just
one-
throws me.
They're just throwing me how that would be. It's a pain enough to drill a ramrod hole.
Yeah,
No
And then
kidding.
to go
All
ahead
the
and
way
to get
through.
one to come through.
Yeah.
and the lock.
Yep.
You know, you just got to go below the lock.
Right.
First, right? Okay.
Yeah.
how
Well,
would
you
they
know,
do that?
it's probably an angle straight, is what it is. You know, the
Okay.
ramrod
Gotcha.
curves, but you know, they milled it when the barrel was off.
Yeah.
You know, down, and then you know they made the groove underneath for the main ramrod shaft.
Yeah, that's just remarkable.
Are you gonna do a college on these like tomorrow? Because I could like do just one.
I've just told you everything I know.
Well, yeah, but nobody else has
Well,
heard
now
it.
you're gonna blow it up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Was that 4,500 for the pair?